Hello students, welcome back to our channel Deeksha Karnataka. So all of you have written your NEET 2024 examination today and I hope you have done very well in the examination. So in this video, we'll be discussing the answer key for the set T3 of the NEET paper. Okay, so I'll be discussing the chemistry answer key which consists of question number 51 to question number 100. Okay, so let's start with the video. So first let us check, we have a brief analysis of the paper. So how was the paper, what was the difficulty level? So I will consider the paper was moderate to easy level. There were not many difficult questions. So if you find the number of easy, moderate and difficult questions, I'll be telling there were like 29 easy questions and moderate was around 19, and I can say like hardly 2 questions were there which were little difficult, means calculation was little lengthy in these 2 questions. Okay. Now, how much like average score a student can expect? So it is very easily a student can score between 90 to 100 marks out of 180. Paper was in that level. Okay. Next, there was no out of syllabus questions. So even the P block questions were in the syllabus type. So there was no questions from the deleted portion. And next, what was the comparison to the last year? So I can say the paper was almost similar to the last year paper. Okay. So that's all about analysis. Let us now directly go to the answer key. So we have this one first question. Okay. So we have the match the following between H2O to O2 and we have to find the number of Faradays, right? So the question is from your electrochemistry chapter. So if you see H2O is there, so it has -2 oxidation state and it is going to half O2, right? So we will have how many Faradays you have to calculate. So we will get here, first of all, A will be 2 Faraday here, 2 moles of electrons will be required. So 1 will be 2 Faraday. Now if you know manganese converts from +7 to +5, so that will be on 5 Faraday. So that will be 5 Faraday here. Now calcium from calcium to calcium chloride, right? So Ca2 plus, that is 2 Faraday. But here you have only 1.5 moles, so you should multiply 1.5. So we will get 3 Faraday. So C will be your 3 Faraday. And this one will be 1 Faraday. So if you see, the option will be A2, B4, C1 and D3. Correct answer for this question will be option number 3. Okay. So there will be like the question paper will have different number of questions. So you have to check with the questions. Okay. Do not go with the question paper, like you have to see the question and then correct. Okay. And options are also like jumbled. So check the correct option, answer and then tally with your scores. Okay. So next question. Which of the following is not a redox reaction? So if you see barium chloride, here it is +2, here also it is +2, and so -1, -1, here +1, here +1, sulfur -2, -2. So there is no change in the oxidation state. So it is not a redox reaction. Correct answer for this question will be option number 2. Okay. Next, intermolecular hydrogen bonding is present in. Okay. So if you can see in this ortho position, if we have this structure, that is NO2 and OH. So we can have intramolecular hydrogen bonding here. So the correct answer for this question will be option number 3. Okay. Now see, let us see the next question. Fehling solution A. So this is Fehling solution A is a solution of aqueous copper sulfate. So the correct answer for this question is option number 3, that is aqueous copper sulfate solution. Now let us see the next question. 1 gram of sodium hydroxide was treated with 25 ml of 0.75 molar HCl solution. The mass of sodium hydroxide left unreacted is. So this question is from your stoichiometry, very easy question. So you know sodium hydroxide will react with HCl. Okay. So just 1 gram of sodium is 1/40 moles and this one is 25 millimoles into 75. So we'll get this one. So now after that you have to subtract how much NaOH will be left behind. So once you subtract, the correct answer for this question will be 250 milligram. That is option number 4. Okay. Now let us see the next question. So again match the following. So this question is very easy from chemical bonding. Just you have to see the hybridization do. NH3 is trigonal pyramidal. So A is your option number 1. So I'll write here separately. A will be 1. Now BrF5. Okay. So BrF5 will be square pyramidal. So B will be 4. And then you have XCF4 will be square planar. So C will be 2 and D, that is SF6 is octahedral, D will be 3. So the correct answer for this question will be option number 3. Okay. Now let us see the next question. E0 value for Mn3 plus to Mn2 plus couple is more positive than Cr3 plus to Cr2 plus or Fe plus 3 to Fe2 plus due to the change in. So if you see what is manganese oxidation electronic configuration, it is D4, and when we go to Mn2 plus it becomes D5, right? So because of half-filled electronic configuration, the stability increases, so that is why reduction value is more. So correct answer for this question is option number 1. Okay. Now this question, again a very easy question from thermo chapter. Isothermal process is carried out at constant temperatures. I'll write it separately here. For A it will be 2. Isochoric process is at constant volume, so B will be 3, right? And then you have isobaric process, so that is C. C will be, you have for isobaric process at constant pressure, so C will be 4, and then D, adiabatic process will be your 1. So correct answer for this question will be option number 2. Okay, very easy question this one. Next, activation energy of any chemical reaction can be calculated if one knows the value of. So this question is from chemical kinetics, Arrhenius equation. We know if we know K1, K2, T1, T2, we can calculate the activation energy. So that is rate constant at 2 different temperatures. So the correct answer for this question is option number 2. Now coming to next question, a compound with a molecular formula C6H14 has 2 tertiary carbons. Its IUPAC name is. So we need to draw a structure which contains 2, we have 6 carbons here, right? So I want 2 tertiary carbons, so we can write it in this way. We'll take 4 carbons here and 2 carbons you can put it in the branching, right? So we'll get this one. So if you write the IUPAC name of this one, 2,3-dimethyl butane. So that is your correct answer is option number 1. Okay. Now let us see the next question. Spin only magnetic moment is same for which of the following ions? So wherever the number of unpaired electrons will be same, there the magnetic moment will be same, right? So if you see here in Cr2 plus, there will be 4 unpaired electrons. In Fe2 plus, there will be 4 unpaired electrons. So in B and D, the magnetic moment will be same. So correct answer for this question is option number B and D, that is Cr2 plus and Fe2 plus, right? So this question was again an easy question from your D and F block. Okay, next question is from P block elements, the order of electronegativity. So once we go along the period, the electronegativity increases. So what will be the first, if you want to place them? So we have carbon, silicon, and then after carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, and fluorine, right? So down the group, the electronegativity will decrease. So silicon will have least, so we can eliminate these 2 options. Then along the period, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, and fluorine. Okay. So the correct answer for this question is option number 3. So I'll write silicon, then carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, and fluorine. Now let us see the next question. Which one of the following alcohols react instantaneously with Lucas reagent? So 3-degree alcohols react instantly with Lucas reagent. So if you see the options, option number 2, that is we have CH3, CH3, CH3OH, right? So this is a tertiary alcohol and it will react fastest with the Lucas reagent. So correct answer will be option number 2. Next, statement based question from coordination chemistry. Both CONH3 whole 6 3 plus and COF6 3 minus are octahedral but differ in their magnetic behavior. Yes, coordination number is 6, so geometry will definitely be octahedral. Now if you see magnetic behavior, NH36 is a strong field ligand, pairing of electrons will take place, so that will be diamagnetic, whereas F6 in fluorine, it is a weak field ligand, pairing will not take place, so we will get unpaired electrons, that is why it is paramagnetic. So both the statement 1 and 2 are correct. So the correct answer for this question is option number 3. Okay. Now let us see the next question again from P block elements. The boiling points of hydrates of group 16 are H2O, H2TE, H2SC and H2S. So as we know, when we go down the group, the mass increases, the force of intermolecular force of attraction increases. So boiling point should increase. But in H2O, due to the exceptional hydrogen bonding, what happens? The boiling point of water comes in the first. So that is the reason given here. On the basis of molecular mass, H2O is expected to have the lower boiling point because oxygen mass is the least. But then other elements of the group, but due to the presence of extensive hydrogen bonding in water, it has the higher boiling point. So both the statements are correct. So correct answer for this question will be option number 3. Now coming to next question. So these are from your quantum numbers. So if you see first ML, okay, it is your azimuthal quantum number. It tells about the, so we have here ML, MS, L and then, okay. So this is your magnetic quantum number. Magnetic quantum number tells about the spin orientation of the orbital. So M3 will be 3, MS will be 4, then L, that is your azimuthal quantum number, tells about the shape of the orbital, and N tells about the size of the orbital. Okay, so if you see, first one is A will be 3, so we can eliminate these two options, and then B will be 4, C will be 1, D will be 2. So correct answer for this question will be option number 4. Okay, now let us see the next question. Okay, this question is again from reagent based question. So first one is what? Cleavage of double bond. So that happens in presence of ozone. So correct answer for A will be your 4, that is ozone. Now if you see this one, we have your Friedel-Crafts alkylation, acylation. So that is B will be 1. Next C, if you see OH2O, that is CrO3. So C will be 2. And then D, if you see, this is a conversion of this alkyl benzenes to carboxylic salt, that is in presence of KMnO4. So D will be 3. So if you see, correct answer for this question will be option number 1. Okay. Now let us see the next question. Identify the correct reagent that would bring about the following transformation. So if you see here, first of all, we need OH should be added in the terminal carbon here. Then only it can be oxidized to aldehyde group, right? So if you do BH3 H2O2, that is hydroboration oxidation, it adds water following the anti-Markovnikov's rule. So we will get CH2, CH2 and then CH2OH. Okay. Now when you do with PCC, we will get this one, CH2, CH2 and then CHO, right? So correct answer for this question will be option number 4. First addition of BH3, then PCC. Okay. Now coming to next question. The reagents with which glucose does not react to give the corresponding test or products are. So this was the reactions which gave a conclusion that glucose can also exist in the cyclic form. So we know it doesn't react with Skiff reagent and NaHSO3, right? That is your B and E. So correct answer for this question will be option number 1. Okay. Now let us see the next question. We have this one very simple question. You have to just tell about the number of bonds. So in ethane we have between 2 carbon there is only 1 single bond. So A has to be 3, right? So we can eliminate option 3 and 4. Now if you see ethene molecule, in ethyl molecule there is 1 sigma bond and 1 pi bond. So that has to be, B has to be 4, right? So I can write here separately, A will be 3, then B will be 4, right? Now if you see C, carbon molecule has C, the structure is like this. So it is 2 pi bonds, so that will be your option number 2. And then if you see D, it has 1 sigma bond and 2 pi bonds, so option will be 1. So A3, B4, C2 and D1, that is your option number 1. Correct answer will be option 1 for this question. Now let us see the next question. Group 16 elements which does not show -2 oxidation state, right? So the answer for this question will be your polonium. Okay, option number 2. Why? Because down the group the electronegativity decreases, tendency to attract electrons will decrease. Okay, very simple question. Next question is from 72. This question involves little calculation. So if you solve here, what is the question is given? First we have to find the reaction quotient, right? So reaction quotient will be concentration of B, concentration of C by concentration of A to the power of 2. So if you substitute, we'll get 2 into 10 to the power of -3, 2 into 10 to the power of -3 whole divided by 2 into 10 to the power of -3 square. So if you see, the value comes out to be 1 here. Now the Kc value is less than 1, that is 0.004. So the reaction must shift in the backward direction to reach the Kc value, right? So reaction has a tendency to go in the backward direction. So correct answer for this question will be option number 1. Next question. So the question is from chemical kinetics, ln K versus 1 by T plot. So you know the equation, K is equal to A into e to the power of minus EA by RT. Taking ln on both sides, we'll get ln K is equal to ln A minus EA by R into 1 by T. Right, so you can see this is mx, y has a slope is negative slope. So we will get option number 2 as the correct one. Okay, so the graph will look like this, ln K and 1 by T, and we'll get like this. Okay, that is minus EA by R. So correct answer for this question will be option number 2. Okay, now next one, in which of the following equilibria Kp and Kc are not equal. So Kp and Kc will not be equal if delta Mg is equal to 0. right, will be equal if delta Ng and will be equal to 0. So you can see here 2 moles are there, here also 2 moles are there. For option number 1, delta Ng is equal to 0, so Kp will be equal to Kc. So the condition is for Kp is equal to Kc, delta Ng should be equal to 0. Now if you see here also 1 mole, here mole, 2 mole, so for option number 2 also we'll get delta Ng is equal to 0. But if you see option number 3, here 1 mole, here 1 mole, and here 1 mole, so delta Ng will be equal to 2 minus 1, that is 1. It is not equal to 0, so Kp will not be equal to Kc in option number C. So correct answer for this question is option number 3. Okay. Now let us see the next question. The boiling point of 3 isomeric pentanes are N-pentane, isopentane and neopentane. So this order is correct. We know as the branching increases, the boiling point will decrease. So that is what is happening here. Now what is the reason for that? So when branching increases, the molecules attains the shape of sphere. This results in a smaller surface area for contact, due to which the intermolecular forces between the spherical molecules are weak, thereby lowering the boiling point. Yes, so molecule absorbs, takes a spherical shape and the force of interaction decreases, right? So the correct answer for both the statements are correct. So the correct answer for this question is option number 3. Okay. Now next question, the compound that will undergo SN1 reaction with the fastest rate. So for SN1, what is the condition? Stability of carbocation. So if you see here in the option number 2, okay, so we have this structure where we have CH3 and Br, right? So this positive charge, once this Br leaves, we'll get a positive charge. It is a benzyl carbocation, resonance stabilized. So that is why correct answer for this question will be option number 2. Okay. So now let us see the next question. The energy of an electron in the ground state. So we have the formula for energy of electron is minus K n square by z square. Okay, 13 minus 13.6 z square by n square. One second, sorry. So we can substitute the values here, z square by n square. So for helium, okay, helium atom they have taken n is equal to 1 and z value is 2. So I'll get minus K n value z square will be 4. So now let us see this one. So if you solve this one value, you can also solve for this one, like for beryllium also. Okay, so minus 13.6 z n square. So you can substitute the values here. So once you this value will be given to you as already x. So now if you solve it, we'll get minus x value. Okay, so the correct answer for this question will be option number 3. Okay. Now let us go to the next question. In which of the following processes the entropy will increase? Now entropy increases when there will be more randomness, right? So a liquid evaporates to vapor, so that is from liquid phase to gas phase, so that is why entropy will increase here. Now if you see, temperature of a crystalline solid is lowered from 130 Kelvin to 0 Kelvin. Okay, so if you see here also what happens, the temperature is decreasing, so entropy will decrease. So this is not the answer here. Now NaHCO3 to Na2CO3 CO2 gas. So if you see, from solid we get gaseous products, right? So if we get gaseous products, entropy will increase. So here also entropy increases, and here the number of atoms are increasing, so entropy will increase. So the correct answer for this question will be option number A, C and D, that is option number 1. Okay. Next one. On heating, some solid substances change from solid. So this was one of the most easiest question. Solid to vapor without going to the liquid phase, that is your sublimation process. So correct answer for this question is option number 4. Now next we have about the isomerism present here. So if you see here there is NO2, so linkage isomerism can be present. So for A it will be 2. For B, if you see, NH3 fol 5 SO4 Br we can have, so that is your we can have this ionization isomerism, right? And then if you see C, that is coordination isomerism, and then if you have D, it will be solvent isomerism, right? So A2 B3 C4 D1, so that is correct answer for this question will be option number 3. Okay, now let us see the next question. Aniline does not undergo Friedel-Crafts alkylation reaction. Aniline cannot be prepared by Gabriel phthalimide synthesis. Both the statements are correct. Why it doesn't undergo Friedel-Crafts alkylation reaction is due to the presence of Lewis acid. And for this one, we can only synthesize primary amine. So both the statements are correct. Correct answer for this question will be option number 3. Now coming to the next question, the first ionization enthalpy for this one. So if you place these elements in this one, so we'll get lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon and nitrogen. Okay, but if you know that beryllium electronic configuration is fully filled, so here there is an exchange, we will get lithium, boron and then beryllium, carbon and nitrogen. Okay, so correct answer for this question will be option number 4. Okay, now let us see the next question. Okay, highest number of helium atoms. So whichever will have the highest number of moles, that will have the highest number of helium atoms. So if you see 4 gram, so it is 1 mole. So 4 gram of helium is 1 mole, and second one is also 2.24 liter, so 22.4 liters, so less than that obviously. Now if you see 4 moles of helium is directly given, this is the highest number of moles, it will also contain the maximum number of atoms. So the correct answer for this question is option number 3, that is 4 moles of helium. Now let us see the next question. The most stable carbocation among the following is, so the 3 degree, 2 degree, 1 degree. So this is a 1 degree carbocation. This is your 3 degree carbocation. This is your 2 degree carbocation. This is 2 degree carbocation. So obviously third one will be, second option will be, the tertiary carbocation, which is given in option number 2, that is the correct answer. Okay. Now let us see the next question. So Henry's law constant and solubility, all of you know, it is inversely proportional. So for A, it is 145 given. For B, it is 2 into 10 to the power of minus 5. And for C, it is 35, right? So this is the least value. So it will have the highest solubility. So option these two we can eliminate. B are there here. Now you see next one, the highest one is for A. So it will have the least solubility. So correct answer for this question will be option number 4, that is B greater than C greater than A. Okay. Now seeing the next question. Okay, so 1 second. Yeah, 86 question. Empirical formula, direct question is given. So A is 32%, B is 20% and rest will be 48%. Now their molecular masses are 64 and here molecular mass is 40 and here molecular mass is 32. Now if you calculate number of moles, we'll get 0.5, 0.5 and 1.5. So if you solve it 1, 1, 3, so we will get A, B, C, 3, right? So correct answer for this question will be option number 4, that is A, B, C, 3. Now coming to next question. Okay, so the next question is about your reaction with alcohols. So ROH with PCl3 will give you H3PO3, the byproduct. In case of PCl5, we will get the byproduct POCl3, right? So the correct answer for this question will be option number 2. Okay. Now seeing the next question. The plot of osmotic pressure, you have to solve it. So we know pi is equal to CR into T. So RT value is the slope here. So what is the slope given to you? RT is equal to 25.73 liter bar mole inverse. So just you have to calculate the temperature. So you have to divide 25.73 by 0.083, right? Now if you solve this, the answer you will be getting in the units of Kelvin. So you have to subtract 273 from that to get the answer in Celsius. So the correct answer for this question will be option number C, that is 37 degrees Celsius. Okay, very easy question. The only thing here you might have done mistake is if you do not convert it into Celsius. Okay, now let us see the next question. KMNO4, so this reaction is about the oxidation of alkenes. So once you do, we'll get here OH and then we'll OH, right? And then there will be further oxidation and the bond will break and we will form here this one, right? So the correct answer for this question will be option number 4. Okay. Now let us see the next question. So the next question is again about coordination chemistry. We have CONH3 6 is a homoleptic complex. CrNH3 Cl2 is a heteroleptic complex. The reason they have given in the question is here only one kind of ligands is present and here more than one kind of ligands is present. So that is the correct explanation. Both the statements are correct. So the correct answer for this one will be both statement 1 and statement 2 is correct. Okay. So correct answer is option number 3. Okay. Now let us see the next question. During the preparation of more salt, which of the following acid is added to prevent the hydrolysis of Fe2+? So this one is due to the addition of option number 2, that is dilute sulfuric acid. Okay. Now let us see the next question. So the question is again from the chemical bonding. Dipole moment of NF3. So you have to find the correct statement here, right? So dipole moment of NF3 is greater than NH3. This is incorrect because in NH3, NF3 dipole moments are in different directions. In NH3 it is in the same direction. That is why NH3 dipole moment is greater. There are 3 canonical forms of CO3 2-. Yes, this statement is correct. If you see, we have like this 3 canonical forms we can get, right? And we can have like this also, right? So this statement is correct. So correct answer for this question is option number 2. Now this is wrong because ozone has 2 structures and BF3 has a 0 dipole moment. Okay. Now coming to the next question. So we have this is question from your salt analysis. So aluminium belongs to third, 2, right? 3, 2, and then we have 5th group, 4th group, and then 6th group, right? So now if you try to arrange them, so we will get first one is your second one, that is B, okay, and then we will get, so we can write here A is third one and B is 2, then C is 5th group, D is 4th group, and E is 6th group, right? So now if you arrange them, we will get this one B, A, D, and C, and then E. Okay, so correct answer for this question is option number 3. Okay, now let us see the next question. So this question is your reaction based question. So we have CH3, CH2, CH2. I will be converted to CN. So first we will get CN. Now you see here partial hydrolysis is given. If hydrolysis is there, then it will directly form acid group. But in case of partial hydrolysis, we will get amide group, right? So we will get this one. And next, that is Hoffman bromamide degradation. This one will go and we will get propylamine. So correct answer for this question is option number 3, that is propylamine. Okay. Now next question, the rate of reaction quadruples when the temperature changes from 27 to 57 degrees Celsius. Calculate the energy of activation. Direct formula based question from your Arrhenius equation. So you have to use log of K2 by K1 will be 4, EA by 2.303 into 8.314, right? 1 by T1, so you have to just convert it, 27, so we will get about 27 degrees Celsius plus 273, so that is your 300 Kelvin, and then you have 330 Kelvin, right? So now if you solve this equation, the energy value you will be getting around is 380.04 kilojoule per mole. Okay, so the correct answer for this question will be option number C, option number 3, that is, I'll write the value here, 38.04 kilojoule per mole. Okay, so very easy question, little calculation, you have to be little careful here because the options are very similar. Okay, now question number 96. So this question is again based on your equilibrium concentration. So first from the equation we can find the Kc value. So the question is given, in a sealed vessel, N2 concentration, O2 concentration and NO concentration at equilibrium is mentioned. So first we can find out the Kc value, right? So Kc value will be concentration of N2, concentration of O2 divided by concentration of NO into square. Now if you substitute these all values, you will be getting Kc value around 1.6. Now the question is asking, again the reaction is in the same form, 2NO is giving you N2 plus O2, and we have, so let this be concentration be C. Now we will have C minus C alpha, right? So 2 moles is giving 1 mole, so it will be C alpha by 2, it will also be C alpha by 2. Now you have to substitute 1.6 is equal to C alpha by 2 into C alpha by 2 whole divided by C into 1 minus alpha whole square, right? So in that if you solve all the C will get cancelled and you will get 1.6 is equal to alpha square by 4 into 1 minus alpha. Now you have to just solve the alpha value, very easy equation. Now once you solve the alpha square, when you solve this one, we'll get 0.717, okay? Alpha value will be 0.717. So the correct answer for this question will be option number 2. Now coming to the next question, the work done in the reversible isothermal expansion of 1 mole of hydrogen gas at 25 degrees Celsius from pressure 20 atmosphere to 10 atmosphere is. So again a very direct formula based question of work done, that is minus 2.303, nRT, N is 1, R is your 2 calorie, temperature is 298 Kelvin, log of P1 by P2. So that is 20 by 10. So log 1, log 2 will be 0.301. So once you solve this one, you will be getting around minus 413.4 calories. That is your option number 4. So correct answer for this question is option number 4. Okay, 413.14 calories, minus 413.14 calorie. Okay, so there is one option with positive value. This will not be the answer. Okay, now coming to the next question. So mass of grams of copper deposited by passing 9.6487 ampere current through a voltmeter containing copper sulfate solution for 100 seconds is. Molar mass of copper is 63 gram per mole. 1 Faraday value is also given. Very easy calculation from Faraday's law. M is equal to Z into IT. So 63.5 by 2 into 96487. Current is your 96487 by 1000. Sorry, into time is given 100 seconds, right? So once you solve this, we will be getting around, this one we can cancel, and then we can cancel this one also. So we'll get 31.5 by 2, that is 0.315. Okay, so the correct answer for this question will be option number 4, that is 0.315 gram. Option number 4 is the correct answer. So calculation, you have to be very careful. The decimal places are given, confusing options are there. So correct answer, you have to mark option number 4, that is 0.315 gram. Now if you see, next question is very easy question again from the first chapter, that is OH will be replaced with Br. So that it's not a cyclo, it's only cyclohexane. So we have CH3 here. OH is replaced with Br first of all. And then once you do, so this one from here only we can eliminate option A and 1 and 2. 3 is there, CH3 and Br is there. Now when alcoholic KOH is there, it will do elimination. So there is following Saitsev rule, this one will go. So we will get double bond, sorry, we'll get here double bond with one CH3 group, right? So the correct answer for this question will be option number 3. Okay. Now next question, the pair of lanthanide ions which are diamagnetic is, so answer is very direct, Ce plus 4 and Yb2 plus. They do not have any unpaired electron. So correct answer for this question will be option number 3. Okay. Okay. So yes, these were the questions from your NEET 2024 chemistry examination. So you have to tally properly. The options question numbers are jumbled. So this is the answer for your T3 set. Again, check your set, check the questions and then do. And we are coming with your biology and physics analysis also. So please continue with the channel and just check your scores and comment your marks. Thank you, and I hope this video is very helpful. Please like, share and subscribe the channel.